Hi, thanks for joining me. I have an equation for you before we start. I minus F equals A, and we'll come back to that. Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for. It's the evidence of things not seen. So we have all these wonderful things in our imagination that we want to create. But for them to get on the page, it is required that there is faith. Fear, of course, annihilates that substance. It annihilates faith. So sometimes we try to get around these fears and not really face up to them and not really deal with them. And we say, well, when I know more, or when the time is right, or when, I go to a writer's conference, etc., then I'll write, and so forth. Action, taking offense at fear is what works. Action annihilates fear. And so it has to be eliminated. But fear thrives when we believe a lie. And we're good at believing lies. And one of the lies that writers believe is, perhaps more than other artists, is that they're not any good. And what we're doing isn't any good. And it's a waste of time. And it's just not any good. And it's stupid. And all that. Well, what is good is a matter of opinion. It's certainly a matter of opinion. And I have a perfect illustration, or rather a picture of that. So this is a picture that my daughter Rebecca drew of me. I hope you can see that with all these glare. And when she was little, and this is priceless art to me. Now you probably would prefer the Mona Lisa to this, especially if you like pictures of fat, homely women that you never met. I prefer this. This is good to me. So back to the idea now of writers being more fragile, perhaps more faithless than other artists. I read somewhere that this is true, that a writer will hang up a year or 2 years or 10 years of work because someone maybe curls their lip at some part of it. Not even an outright rejection. I knew it wasn't any good. Walk away from it and maybe not ever pick it back up. Whereas an artist will splash all this stuff that might or might not be good, in my opinion, all over a painting, and or a musician might sing something, write something, or sing something that makes me want to leave the room, and they would say that I just don't get them. It's my lack of comprehension, and it's not their lack. It's my problem. Well, that's really cool. That's the way we need to be. That's the way little kids are. When Rebecca drew this picture of me, it was a gift to me. Never in her mind did she think, is this good? Would anyone buy this? Never. It was just, I love you, I'm going to create something for you. So there needs to be love in what we create. There needs to be love. And we need to understand this equation, which is I minus F equals A, and that is imagination minus fear equals art. I think maybe even a better way to say it would be imagination plus faith equals art. And we have to go and learn as we go, but sometimes we can make the path smoother with a bit of helpful knowledge. So for me recently, that came via Fiona Ferris's book. Fiona Ferris, F-E-R-R-I-S, the Chic Author. This book really helped me when I was writing The Maker's Marriage, trying to get past the self-publishing, the technology stuff. I got stuck, and it helped me in a lot of other ways too. It's a very good book for writers, The Chic Author, especially if you want to self-publish, but even if you don't. Fiona Ferris. Now, you can't get this right now. I got it up to publish. I ordered a copy, then I took it down because it wasn't finished with it. I just wanted to see it and proof it, and I didn't have the back cover done, etc. And when I've tried to put it back on there, I haven't been able to. You see, you can't order this right now, but I will get that wrinkle worked out. And speaking of wrinkles, there are some wrinkles in creative endeavors. But a lot of times you find out that wrinkle will turn out to be a good thing. You know, like let's say you're a watercolorist and you get a little too much water on the brush and you create something in the picture you didn't anticipate, takes it a whole new direction, and it's better. You might think it was a mistake, but was it really? Because when we create from the heart, not, oh, this is what's selling right now, or this is what my aunt thinks I should write, but from our heart, when we create, I truly believe God gets involved in that. And a lot of times, you know, people are trying to get inspired to write, and it's because we're going so many other directions and we're not sure. We're not writing what's really in our heart, like a little child. No thought of, is this good or not? Just, I need to express this. So I have one last thought that really resonates with me, and it's something I heard the minister Bill Johnson say. He said, "When at war, create." And I think we get very close to being who we are truly when we create, especially when we are creating from the heart, making something that is going to bless someone else. You know, like my picture, Rebecca's picture, it won't bless the world, but it blesses me. Somebody else is going to be blessed by this, and it'll bless us. So that's who we are. Thanks for being with me. Please like and subscribe and pass this on. And if there's a bell, I'm going to figure that out today, the bell thing, because I don't think there's a bell on my stuff, but there will be. So ring the bell. If you know anybody that just needs a little bit of a encouragement to go ahead and create, maybe this would be helpful for them. And I will be back tomorrow, Thursday, with some books that I want to share from various genres, but I'm going to focus on books that are I loved as a child, John loved as a child, our kids loved as children, and we still love. So that to me is a classic. That's something you know, Swiss Family Robinson, and you think, oh, that's a kid's book. That is a book for all people for all time, because it's so freely written. You know, it's like, oh, I'm going to put this strange animal on this island that would never be on this island, but I don't care. It's my book, and I'm going to put it in there, kind of writing. And then next Wednesday, we're going to go further into our quest for living creative lives. And we're going to talk about what works for us personally, and what I have found that was supposed to work, that was for me pure myth. And I think the reason I want to say that is not to say, oh, that writer that said you have to do that is wrong. I wouldn't ever do that anyway and call a name. But to say, don't let these things stop you that other people say, you know, well, you really have to have this or this or this to write or to whatever. Don't be stopped by that. Again, be like a child. All right. Thanks for being with me. And hopefully you can join me tomorrow.